there, this is John's Mate Reviews, and I'm John, and today we're coming at you from the rainforests of the Amazon. I'm kidding. I'm in sunny Cleveland, Ohio right now visiting family, so if you see a different backdrop today than what you're used to, that's why. And I am excited because on the topic of Brazil, we have GoYerbaMates.com roasted Brazilian mate, and I'm excited to review this because I've tried this in the past, right? And I remembered liking it. So if you've never tried a roasted yerba mate before, you're going to notice that the leaves are going to be brown, and this is going to taste a lot more like coffee than it does a mate, right? And this stands out to me over the years of just being the most coffee-like mate I've ever had. So with that, let's get into the leaf quality. I'm going to pour some out on my hand here. So the leaf quality is really stunning on this product in particular. So you're going to notice right off the bat, just a traditional con palo cut. There's almost no powder in this mate, and that's typical of a roasted mate because when they roast it, it incinerates the powder, right? But you're going to see that waxy look on those leaves that you really look for in a good leaf quality, and it's just a wonderful leaf quality. I mean, you're going to see there's no junk in there. There's no stems. It's a very good leaf quality, and I'm really happy about that. So with that, let's get into the scent, shall we? So I'm going to take a whiff here. If you blindfolded me and you asked me to smell this, I would say that's a bag of coffee, right? I would say that's a bag of coffee. So you get that, like, how can I word this? Like, coffee has that muddy flavor, and I don't mean bad when I say muddy, but there's this, like, earthy, swampy flavor to coffee, right? Again, these things are an acquired taste, so that's what it smells like. It really smells like coffee. You still get a little bit of that yerba scent to it, like that malty scent with Argentine mates, but that green, earthy, grassy scent that you get from mate, those notes just are not there in this. So it's just something to keep in mind. And I am going to say, once we get into the flavor of this is very drastically different from any mate I've tried, be that Chamarao, be that Argentine mates, be that Uruguayan mates, flavored mates. This is a very different flavor. It's a very different experience entirely, right? So let's get into the flavor. I'm trying to balance my bag here. I'm just going to let it fall. All right, so I'm on about my third cycle right now. I had a few sips earlier in the morning, right, just to get it going, just to collect my thoughts because it's been a while since I've tried this. And I got to say, it really does taste like coffee, and it's almost insane just how much it tastes like coffee. Again, if I were blindfolded and I didn't know better, I would say this is a coffee before I'd say this is a mate. Now, you definitely get that malty flavor along with that roasty coffee bean flavor. You get a little bit of that malty flavor that you'd expect in an Argentine mate, but it's not the star of the show. I'd say it's about on par with the coffee bean flavor. And once the main wave of flavor goes across your taste buds, you get this smooth, buttery, chocolatey aftertaste. So it's very unique. And I have to say, in terms of caffeine content, this is a lot milder than most mates I've tried. I'd say this is about as mild, if not milder, than Playadito. And I guess that makes sense because maybe when they roast it, a lot of the powder gets incinerated. Anytime you have a mate that doesn't have a lot of powder, it's going to be a lot less caffeinated than a very powdery mate, right? Because a lot of the caffeine is in that powder. So that kind of makes sense, but again, it's a very coffee-like flavor. Now, I prepared this in a Balabatov today, or in a mate cup, right? In the past, what I've liked to do is I've liked to prepare it in a French press. Now, today I'm using my French press just to hold hot water because I'm separated from my thermos. It wouldn't fit in my bag, right? But yeah, it's like again, I could prepare it in I used to prepare it in a French press, and it's just like you could fool somebody and tell them it's coffee, so. It's kind of hard for me to collect my thoughts on this, and it's kind of hard for me to come up with a person that I would suggest this to. But I would say, like, if you're a coffee drinker and maybe you're looking to, try something new, this is a great start. It tastes a lot like coffee. It's not too far from home, right? Or maybe you're a mate drinker and you just really liked coffee, right? And you want to get back into that, and you kind of miss those flavors. So it's really good. It's really unique. It's a great flavor. Now, I don't think I'd call this my daily driver ever because I just personally, I love that grassy green flavor that you get from smoked or unsmoked mates, right? So, me personally, I'm not really a roasted mate guy, but yeah, if you're somebody that likes roasted mates, this is a good contender. And I'd say, like, probably the biggest bonus for me is how mild it is in terms of caffeine, right? But another thing you're going to notice about this is I would suggest drinking this in a French press because I the leaf quality or because the leaves are so flat, they don't have a lot of powder, right? It really, like, again, I'm on my third cycle and the leaves are just not holding their shape at all in my mate gourd. And again, that's not like the end of the world, but that's just something to keep in mind if that bugs you. So yeah, I would give this a 4 out of 5 stars. It's definitely good. It's got some problem. Like, as a mate, I like being able to shape my leaves and have them hold their shape, right? And be able to drink out of that long term. And, if your leaves are falling apart by literally the third cycle, I don't really like that. But in terms of flavor, it's got a good flavor. It's not personally what I would like to drink every day. When I think of a mate, again, I think of a more grassy, green Argentine flavor. But hey, if that's your thing, this is totally great. I like how mild it is in terms of caffeine, and it's kind of different. Sometimes it's nice to just have something different to shake things up. And yeah, this is great. Again, in terms of price, this is about, and I'm going to put it up on the screen here. This goes for about $8 on GoYerbaMate.com. I saw one go on Amazon for like $20. Do not buy this from Amazon. There's drop shippers that will buy off of GoYerbaMate.com and then double the price, and just don't buy from Amazon. Buy from GoYerbaMate.com if you're going to buy this mate. I'm not paid to say that either. I was doing some research before the video on how much other people are paying for this mate. For a 500-gram bag, for a 400-gram bag, that is less than I thought it was. I thought this was a 500-gram bag, but it's about $8. So, yeah, it's definitely like I'd say this is more of a premium flavor in terms of price, or a more premium mate in terms of price, and I think it earns its $9 price point. Like, it's not insanely expensive, but it's a little more than other mates, especially in terms of price per gram. So yeah, those are my thoughts on GoYerbaMate.com's roasted yerba mate. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments. What do you want me to review next? Do you guys have any mates that you want me to review? Any things you want me to put my thoughts on? Please let me know. Anyway, you guys take care of yourselves and keep on drinking.